They come from a meetings like this gathering where people come together and play tunes. It's just honest, beautiful, lovely people getting together that have been inspired by the music of my mate. And for me to get out there and play with them is a big buzz, you know, and they're happy that, you know, John's bass player is playing with them, you know. It's really lovely.
I don't know the word for it. It'd just be tickled pink that, you know, that people were doing all this in his name and coming to hear John Martin music and all the rest of it. See, John got the church we won Bell. His plan with that was to turn it into a studio where he would help struggling artists and all the rest of it. So, and we feel we're doing that with Kate Spencer, Rory Butler appearing at the Royal Concert Hall. You know, we've had these guys in here. Kate was practically unknown, really, you know. A wee 17 or 18-year-old, and we just heard her at an open stage, held outside, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, that's nice, you know. And it's just moved on from there. So John would love that, the fact that we're helping, we're encouraging people.
We're in Yorkshire because we thought Yorkshire's pretty central for all the folk who were coming from down south, and for all the folk who were coming from like further north, like Scotland, and some of the guys come down from Ireland as well. And also a little bit inaccessible, so that anyone who came here was here because they really, it wasn't just something they went, oh, that'll be a jolly, you know, they really, really want to be here, you know, and they've made the effort. And, a little bit selfish on our part, but I call it an idiot filter, and it seems to work. And this place is a godsend. We get this for free, which is the only way that we can afford to do this. All the staff are volunteers. They couldn't be more accommodating, they couldn't be more helpful, and it's just, well, you've seen the result yourself this weekend. It's got bigger and bigger.
How can you live life the way that music, amazing
The
talent.
vibes,
So very unpretentious. Everyone's very real and open-hearted. It's generous. There's like a generous spirit here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, very. Yeah. I noticed yesterday all the pictures were of John from year 0, and I thought my whole life's just gone right before me. I started off when I was a kid and my first love, and there was always a John Martin background music play. It was always John, and then gigs, and then eventually died, and that's what we prepare for.
And love of John's music obviously was one of the main draws, but it's hearing people, new artists with their own material, that you just go, wow. Like the first time we went to the gathering was when it was at the Green Dragon, and Katie Spencer got up, she did the open mic bit, and everyone went, wow, and she ended up opening up the Saturday night, and she's playing tomorrow, so it's going to be great.
But it was great to meet Danny Thompson too, because I was here early and he just came up to me and said hello, and I was like, hi. He's so tall. I didn't expect him to be as tall as he is. I know.
Next to that double bass.
Lovely guy. Yeah, everybody's lovely here though. I mean, the whole atmosphere is just fantastic. It really is.
Music, innit? I don't really have much more to say than that. I've come to listen and play music and meet lots of people I like a lot,
What is it you enjoy about the John Martin gathering?
The people more than anything. I mean, the music, obviously, that's an obvious thing, but it's like meeting up with your family that you didn't know you had until you came,
Some come rock pools for her tears. Now dominoes, they fall like fears.
This gathering has grown thanks to Jim McKnight and the admin and Martin Byrne and all the work they do in keeping this together, and it's been building, which shows you the importance of it, you know. It's not for commercial thing, there's no t-shirts on sale, no records on sale, people don't come to promote their gigs or anything. It is a gathering of like-minded souls.
It just brings people from every walk of the musical world, everything from professionals to amateurs to people who've travelled from abroad to people who've driven 4 hours. There's a guy who's bicycled 80 miles to be here because he couldn't get the car working. It's an insanely dedicated group of people and people who love music. And the single biggest challenge I ever have in convincing people to come along is convincing them that it's actually real. That they can walk into a room in the middle of Yorkshire and find 70 John Martin fans, half of his band, all these professional players, a couple of grand's worth of instruments, family sitting around having coffee, convincing, you know, touring musicians who've heard these as records for years that this is happening. Is the impossibility. It's an unreal space. It's almost like I call this my holiday. Even though I'm playing, I don't mind playing for 4 hours. It's my holiday because these are the people you want to be playing to. These are what you want to be seeing. And John's legacy is something unreal.
It was interesting. It was quite a long journey, 6 hours.
From where exactly?
From Penrith across, so it's about maybe 82 miles altogether. So it was good fun.
I bet you saw lots of parts of the country.
I saw lots of lorries and tractors and cars and stuff like this, but little bits of the country as well, and I could keep my eyes open. It was good fun. Knackered most of the time.
I bet your legs are aching today.
I think everything's aching today. My legs are the least of the problem, I think. My backside is still numb from yesterday, so I've got another 24 hours so we can...
But was it worth it?
It was definitely worth it. You can't miss this thing. It's an amazing, incredible weekend. So it's yeah, it was good. It was good.
What would he make of this? What would he make of this occasion?
Oh, I love it. I do like that. And, you know, people singing these songs with their own slant on it. Like Sarah J. Moore, you know, he absolutely loved that, you know. And Tim and Tony, the guitar, it's beautiful. And these young people are putting a different slant on his songs. And if he didn't like it, he'd still like the idea that someone was messing with his stuff, you know. Yeah.
This is one of John's finest bits of writing. Wow.
Being a John Martin fan, there's a lot of us, but it's very hard to find a lot of you in the same place, you know. And I just think everyone's old, you know, like me, and but that's what we grew up with. But to see so many kids inspired by the man and his music, and the love of the music.
Hello, my name is Spencer Thomas Daniel McGeechy, also known as John's son. I've only just started doing some songs of his, but I like Spencer the Rover, not because my name's Spencer. It's just a very nice song. It seems to be growing on a lot of people as well over the years. It seems to be, you know, a very light song of his. Yeah.
By Spencer Rover, the valiant man that's ever left home, and it beat much producer which caused great confusion, and that was the reason he started to roam. Traveling, laying down to rest at the foot on a mountain, there's a clear flowing fountain. Lay down cold water himself to refresh. Looking to the woods he resorted, dreamt about sighing, menting, crying. Go home to your family and round and forsake. So the 5th day of November, I resolved to remember when first he arrived home with family and friends. And they did sound all down into prizes unfounded. To see such a stranger was more in this sight. And his children come around him with their brick-a-brackling stories. With their brick-a-brackling stories to drive cares away. And he's happy as though with thousands of riches, content till they remain and not ramble away. This tune was composed by Spencer Rover, the valiant man ever left home, and he had been much produced and caused great confusion, and that was the reason he started alone. Spencer Martin, everybody. Thank you very much.
All Hours is one of my earliest memories of my father recording, but it's only a very small memory of my mother walking me around a very small lake in a place called Feel as it was being recorded about 4 in the morning. But I do remember that, yeah, I remember the dew in the morning on the microphones and the Norton mics around the lake and stuff, yeah. Yes. I didn't get to meet him till I was in my late 15s, turning 16 kind of thing, and yeah, it was an interesting relationship. I became a sound engineer. I was thrown in the deep end when I was 16 and started working for him, and but it was a very good relationship. Best of friends and father and son, yeah, it was interesting, yeah, definitely. It was good. Good.
Well, I'm Linda Dunning, and I met John when I was 16 in Glasgow, where we both lived, and we were high school sweethearts, first loves, and we were together for 4.5 years, and I had the privilege of sitting in the park with him while he taught himself to play guitar. We broke up at the end of 4.5 years, and went our separate ways, and I moved to America a few years later, so we did lose touch, and we were able to reconnect 37 years later when he was doing a UK tour, and he was performing in Glasgow, and I came over because I wanted to be at that performance, and I had backstage passes, and first time in 37 years I got to see him again. I think the level of musicianship this year has been outstanding. I mean, they've really gone above and beyond this year. I think because of the 10th anniversary, and thoroughly enjoyed the groups that were playing last night. You know, Sarah Jane Morris, wow. And I had heard her before online, when she was on Facebook, and I had heard her sing in an interview, but I was blown away last night.
There's just no way to say how much I love you, no way to tell you all things you mean. Only got my fears to put above you. You know we all get scared from time to time. Love me with your head and heart. Love me from the place it starts. Love me with your head and heart. Love me like a child. There's just no way to play the things I'm feeling, no way to tell you all the things you mean. Every day I only feel like stealing away to where I know I can be clean. Love me with your head and heart. Love me from the place it starts. Love me with your head and heart. Love me when I was. Laying down the ways to say I need you. Scared of looking tall and feeling small. Counting down the days I have beside you. Scared of being wrong, and that is all. Love me with your head and heart. Love me with your very self. Love me with your head. Love me with your head. Love me with your head. There's no way to say how much I love you. You know we all get scared your head and heart. Love me from the place it starts. Love me with your head and heart. Love me like a child. Love me with your head and heart. Love me from the place it starts. Love me with your head. Love me with your head and heart. Thank you very much.
When I was about 16, 1976, I first seen John Martin in 1976 in Liverpool. Back in the day, you know the student union days when you could sit on the floor and drink and smoke and all that stuff. And it was blew me mind. It's like a religious experience, you know. Loved him ever since, loved his music. Him and Joni Mitchell, you know, up there with that, he's that kind of class to me. Like, I'd say his ability to, or his, he can let his emotions out, he can sing about his love and his feelings. And, like Joni Mitchell can, you know, purity of, and you know, you've heard about his reputation, he liked to drink and all the rest of it, but he could still let that love out, you know, and I like that in a man. You know?
What would he make of this? What would he make of this occasion?
Oh, I love it. I do like that. And, you know, people singing his songs with their own slant on it. Like Sarah J. Moore, you know, he'd absolutely loved that. You know, and Tim and Tony, the guitar. It's beautiful. And these young people are putting a different slant on his songs. And if he didn't like it, he'd still like the idea that someone was messing with his stuff, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Till my eyes could no more shine for you. And if you walk beside me all the long way home, and if you wasted all your time on me, Thank you.
So you've just come off stage.
Yeah.
How was that gig?
Very fun. Lovely people, so it's really nice to play. It's a great atmosphere, really nice.
And you played with Danny, is that right?
Yeah, what a treat, yeah. Yeah, Danny's been really kind to me, and I'm really grateful for all of the kind of help he's given me. So.
What's it like to play at the Gathering?
It's just a really kind of, I mean, a lot of people have said it already, but it's kind of a really kind of community feeling to it, and everybody kind of gets to know each other because of this, like, you know, common love for John Martyn. So it's a really nice place to be. I was really looking forward to coming today.
And are you a big fan of John's music?
Sure, yeah. I remember seeing him on TV first of all. That was like about 5 years ago, and he just completely blew me away, and I just got hooked on it straight away. Yeah. The first time I came here, it kind of opened a huge door for me in terms of just music. I got to record an album with one of John's ex-producers, which was huge for me. So I'm eternally grateful to the Gathering for that. Really, yeah.
What I think John would make of all this, my wife and I were talking about this last night. I don't know. I think he'd approve of an awful lot of it. But I think he would disapprove of an awful lot of it as well. And I think he'd be a loaded cannon, you know, at an event like this about himself if he was here. But I think he would really admire a lot of the talent that's here, you know, and that gets up. But again, he could be absolutely brilliant, and then again, he could maybe turn into Mr. Hyde. You know, there's just no telling. But I think the event itself is a great tribute to John. And I'm sure he would love that sentiment. You know.
America, like Rolling Stone phoned up and said, can you give us a story about John Martyn and your work with John Martyn, you know, the sort of thing you try to do now? And I said, if John Martyn had been the only man I'd ever worked with, that would have fulfilled all my musical aspirations forever. And then the bloke said, well, that's very nice. Can you say something funny? I thought, I've just said everything. And of course, I get joy working with other people, do you know what I mean? But that to me was like,
but I cannot turn back the years. A perfect love was what you wanted from me, but I cannot turn back the years. It's important to be strong and carry on. You gotta move forward